Number 10. Nintendo Game Boy. The first introduced Nintendo Game Boy, which nowadays is also known as Game Boy Classic, was introduced in the year 1989. From the beginning, the Game Boy uses cartridges as physical media for games. Unlike many other brands, these cartridges could even be used for later introduced redesigns of the Game Boy. Nintendo's portable game consoles were incredibly popular. At release, 300,000 units were in stock. Within 2 weeks, the entire stock was sold out. Number 9. DNA fingerprinting. Instead of what many people think, DNA fingerprinting does not really involve fingerprints. It is a metaphoric phrase for identifying an individual person by looking at unique patterns in their DNA. It was invented in 1984 by Professor Sir Alec Jeffreys. He realized that you could detect variations in patterns of DNA, also known as polymorphism. This form of forensic research was groundbreaking, as the genetic code of DNA decades old can still be identified. Number 8. Apple Macintosh. The first Macintosh was introduced in 1984 and featured a visual and mouse-driven user interface. This eliminated the need for a user to enter difficult commands on a keyboard. Functionally, the computer was ahead of its time, but did not become an outright success, which was due to its high prices starting at $10,000. However, the Macintosh is considered the founder of today's personal computers. Today, Apple no longer supplies computers under the Macintosh brand name, but the shortened name, Mac, is still used as part of other brand names such as Mac Pro, iMac and MacBook. Number 7. Disposable camera. Cameras were very expensive in the 1960s, so their owner often stored them safely at home. However, this often meant that people did not have a camera within reach at the moment they wanted to capture something. Therefore, in 1967, the disposable camera was introduced, providing a simplified camera system in a very inexpensive housing. The cameras often had cheap plastic lenses and therefore questionable photo quality. Although the photos were not quite as qualitative, from now on, one could capture every memorable moment. Number 6. Compact disc player. The Sony CDP-101 is the world's first commercially released compact disc player. The system was introduced in 1982 at a price of $730. The Sony CD player was quickly followed by the launch of the Philips CD-100, which resulted from a partnership between Sony and Philips. 2 years after the launch of the CDP-101, Sony launched the first portable CD player. Beginning in 1998, interest in the players began to decrease due to the introduction of MP3, so nowadays CD players are often only owned by enthusiasts or collectors. Number 5. Artificial human heart. The first artificial heart was successfully implanted in the year 1982. It was a balloon pump system which helped to support a failing heart. Although in many cases the device was used to bridge the time until a heart transplant, some mechanical hearts were also used permanently in case a transplant was no longer possible. Since the introduction of the mechanical heart, many lives have been saved or prolonged. Currently, more than 15,000 artificial hearts have been placed, with 1/3 of them serving as permanent solution. Number 4. High-definition TV. In the year 1989, the first software for high-definition television was developed. This software was based on video compression algorithms and allowed people to get the same aspect ratio on the screen as the image was recorded with. This meant, for example, that people could see all the players on a soccer field instead of a few, falling off the screen. It wasn't until 1996 that the first public HD TV broadcast was brought up in the USA. Besides broadcasting, HDTV was utilized in various applications such as recording brain surgery and electric cinemas. Number 3. Space Shuttle launch. The very first space shuttle took off in 1981 in Florida, USA. This was exactly 20 years after the first manned spaceflight with the capsule named Vostok 1. It was also the first flight made using solid fuel instead of liquid fuel. The purpose of the flight included making a safe orbit around Earth as well as performing a safe landing. Although some of the shuttle's components failed during the flight, all 113 flight test objectives were achieved and the crew returned home safely. Number 2. Microsoft Windows. Windows was officially released in the year 1985. However, its development started 4 years earlier under the name Interface Manager. Microsoft Windows was the successor to MS-DOS and introduced applications such as the calculator, calendar, notepad and paint for the very first time. The first version, Windows 1.0, was not very popular. This was mainly due to the solid base of the main competitor, which was the Apple Lisa system. This changed in the following years and today Windows has a stunning 75% market share. Number 1. Human growth hormone. Human growth hormone, which is also referred to as HGH or somatotropin, can be given since 1982. The drug is widely used in individuals with growth disorders or growth hormone deficiency. The drug could also contribute to mental health and was used to treat depression. In addition, the drug was also directly widely used by athletes to improve muscular tissue-related performance. However, excessive doses could be dangerous as limbs and organs continue to grow. A common disorder that emerges after stopping the drug is epilepsy. The way to counteract this is to start taking the hormone again. Thanks for watching our video. Check out our other videos and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.